The students, in today's class, we discuss some of the problems by Candice method or continuous beam, as well as some things. Let us see this problem. We have already discussed many problems. So, straightforward the problem with the support sinking. Like the support sinks, and how to use Candice method. Now analyze the continuous beam support B 6 by 10 mm. So is sinking by 10 mm. I and E is given, and all of I is same. So in addition to earlier problems, here we have to find the piston moment. Will consist of two parts. One is due to the load applied, and another due to the settlement. So now here, because the B supports downward, so MF heavy will be equal to UDL. So W whole square by 12, 20 into 6 square is 36, minus W square by 12, minus 6 EI delta by L square. So again, here the unit should be unit causes, it should be kilonewton meter. So since E is in Newton per millimeter square, I is in millimeter 4, and everything has converted to millimeter, Newton millimeter, then it is divided by 10 to the power 6, which will give you the unit in kilonewton meter. Should be cautious while calculating the values, otherwise it will be wrong. Now let us go to this PA. So now MFB will be plus W square by 12 minus 6 EI delta by L. So it will be coming to kilonewton. Now MFBC, it is at not at center, it is 3 meter from here. So WAB square by L square. So MFBC is minus WAB square by L square. So put the value to get the solution 33.36. Similarly, MFCB is equal to plus W B A square by L square, or A square B by L square, and here will be plus 6I delta by L square, right? Because MF B, C comes in respect to B is plus, so it will be plus value. So I think this is also plus. Wrong it is minus. This will be plus. This will be plus value. Make the correction. Plus minus MFBC minus W AB square by L square plus 6A delta by L square, and here also plus 6A delta by L square, because the support B is the support C with respect to B is not. Okay, so minus plus gives clockwise movements. So clockwise movements means positive. So find the values MFBC and MFCB. So it comes here 33.6. It comes here 93.6 kilonewton meter. Now in the at CD span, both are the same level. There is no support sinking. So it will be simple WL square by 12 minus W square plus WL square by 12. Write down. Now we calculate the piston moments. Now we have to modify. Why will modify? Because you see the end D is simple support, or it may be hinge. So the moment must be equal to 0. So whatever the moment we have got here, piston moment. So to make it 0, the piston moment here is plus 26.6. So apply a moment of minus 26.6 in the kilometer. So if you apply minus 26.767, half of the moment will carry over to joint C member CD. So in member CD, the moment was minus 26.67, then half of this will come to here. So the final moment will be minus 40. So now this is minus 40, and this end DC is equal to 0. So other fixed moments will remain same. Now we'll go to the and there will be no rotation factor contribution, or no moment will come from joint C to joint D. So there will be moment will be 0. Also we have seen earlier. Now only this problem we have done to take care of this sinking of supports. Now come to rotation factors. This is the rotation factor, joint B and joint C. The member is BABC. So it is relative stiffness is I by L, I by L, I by L. but for this n, that is simply substitute with 3 by 4 I by n. So put 3 by 4 by I here, and then find sigma k. Here is 0.37 I, here is 0.39 I, and if k by minus half k by sigma k, it becomes minus 0.23, minus 0.27, minus 0.2. So now we can also find sum of fixed moments that will come out the center. So if here 20 plus 33.6 at joint B become 53.6. So similarly the value comes at joint C, it also come. Now let us see your how the moment distribution will be done. Either you do this table or you can do your the diagram. The diagram that we have already explained in some figures. And make this also, you can make this diagram that joint B larger so that we can write the values properly. So we can make this can make like this also. Some big large size so that the values can be written inside. So in this you also can do A B C D, A B C D. You can write the fixed moments here. You can write the fixed moments. You can write fixed moments here, fixed moments here, fixed moment here, fixed moment here. Then the addition of these will come in this box. The joint fixed moment, and addition of this will come here. Rotation factors will be written here, 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 and here, and then you can start the half cycle. So you can do the either in this format or you can do in a tabular format as you like. Both way it can be solved. Here it is being in the tabular format. Now the rotation factors are written. Okay. Now there is also a value like this. Okay, the table is also being done here. You can see both the things for us. This value is given here. So please see this table. You can see this table and you can see both the things. Now you can make some larger things so that you can see this. Now you see what is being done here. As I have told, you write these values 53.6, this 20, and write the rotation factors here minus 0.26, minus 0.24, minus 0.23, minus whatever values are given. Now in the first cycle, as we have done, how will calculate this value? To calculate this value, what you have to done? How this you get this value? This is equal to rotation factor here. It is minus 0.23. Rotation factor is minus 0.23. Multiply by the joint fixed end moment 53.6 plus contribution from this end is 0. Contribution from this end 0. That has to be assumed in the first cycle. Okay. And then if you come to here, then whatever value you have got here, the rotation factor will be minus 0.27. Minus 0.27 into 53.6 plus contribution from both the ends will be equal to. While coming here, you will find this value will come that 53 point here this is minus 0.26. So minus 0.26 multiply with 53.6. Okay. rotation contribution from this side with 0. From this side we have 5 of the value minus 14.4. So this value will come here. Contribution. Similar calculation will be here with the minus 0.24 and the value remaining in the same in the bracket. Find the value. Go to the second cycle. What the value now? In the second cycle, it will be minus 0.23 in bracket 53.6. Okay. Contribution from this side. But the contribution from this side is minus 10.17. So this contribution now will come. So it is been written here. Minus 0.27. So this value comes from here. So this is the far end contribution, and from this end it is 0. So like this way, you go on calculating the values, and you will find out final moments. So once you find out when they are close to 0, you see minus 9.2, minus 9.81, 11.535. So when they are converging, so we'll stop at the cycle. So now we got all these. These are the final moments. Okay, these are the final moments for the rotation contribution that we have obtained from this Kani's method distribution. So you should not do these two things. This is basically the explanation of these things. If you can calculate properly in either one diagram here or one table here, will suffice. Should not do both the things. That will take more time in exam. Now, once you find these things, so you have to find the final moments. So now the final moments, you have to know, calculate the final moments. Now these are the final moments. Have overlapped. So now this is the final moments we are getting. So you have to find out these final moments. What are the final moments? We have seen the final moments is equal to the fixed end moment plus 2 times the near end contribution and 1 times the far end contribution. So write down all these things and then find the final moments. That is moment due to the fixed end moments plus 2 times the near end moments plus 1 time far end contributions. These are nothing the rotation contributions that we have calculated on the diagram earlier. So these values are the near end contributions and this value is the far end contributions. Suppose for BA, for AB means A is fixed. So from B you will find the far end. On near end it is 0 because there is no rotation contribution from the fixed end. So the similar thing will occur for the also the last hinge end. Okay. So we have already explained how to calculate these values. So put all these things and find the final moments. Now these are the final moments. With these final moments, you have to draw the bending moment diagram now. So now this is the bending moment diagram we have drawn. So it is minus 100.91. In minus means it is anti-clockwise, so negative. Then plus means again here it is negative bending moment. Clockwise from this side is negative, and minus 0.38 again negative. So put all these values are negative, with which you have to superimpose this bending moment diagram as simple B. That will give the final bending moment diagram. Now let us go for the second problem. Now we will go for a frame now here. Now this is a frame. Now we'll see how to calculate this thing for the frame. Now we'll discuss some frames here. So now in this problem, you'll see I3I loading is symmetrical, geometry is symmetrical. So this frame will not sway. So we are discussing non-sway frames, how to analyze non-sway frames by Kani's method. Now this is a non-sway frame. So what we'll do now, you see MFAB, MFBA, MFDC, MFCD all will 0, and MFBC is equal to minus MFCB will be minus WL square by 12. So that you can write down. minus 120 minus 1 plus 120. Rotation factor as far as concerned, this will be I by L, this will be I by L, this will be I L, the relationship, because these are all fixed. But here I is equal to 3I. That you have to take care while calculating the value. So you just see now if a BC is 3I by 6, but BA is equal to I by 3. So I by L, I is 3I here. Similarly, CB 3I by L, CD I by L. Now find the total K. Now it will come minus 0.3, minus 0.2, minus 0.3 and minus 0.2 are the values that are coming as the rotation factor. And you can calculate the sum of the fixed end moments. It is minus 120 for the other joint B. At joint C is plus 120 because there is no other loads acting on these frames. So these are the fixed end moments. Now we'll go to the rotation contribution. Now see this table. Now this is the frame. Here it is minus 0.2. Here is minus 0.3. Right. Now it is you can see it. Now you'll come to this joint the B. So you start the cycle. You start the cycle with the joint to minus 120 or minus 0.2. So what will come here? Minus 0.2 multiply minus 120 plus far end contribution. Far end on B and far end C. So both are 0. You see it written here. Minus 0.2, minus 120 and 0, 0 will come. So it will become plus 24. There will be minus 0.3 to this value will be 36. Now, while we are coming to joint C now, what is here the value? Minus 0.3. So minus 0.3 is the rotation factor multiplied by the bracket. The joint moment fixed end moment is 120. Then contribution from far end. Now for this far end is here already back. Get the value plus 36. 120 plus 36. And from this end it will be 0. No moment will come from this fixed end. So this is put here like this. 120 plus 36 plus 0. Minus 46.8. And here this is for minus 2. Minus 3. I'll come into second cycle. Again it is minus 0.2 bracket. Minus 120 is the fixed end moment. What is the far end contribution now? Far end contribution will be from this joint is minus 46.8. You see, minus 46.8. Not this side. For this joint, this is the far end. And for this joint, this value is the far end. Getting my point? Because when you are doing this, you for this it will be this far. Minus 46.8. So you can write down minus 120 minus 46.8 multiply minus 0.2 and here also minus 120 minus. Get this value. And while coming here again, 0.3 into 120, but the far end contribution now from here it is 50.02. It will come to 50.0. So you add this thing and calculate. Over calculating this iteration till the values are close to each other. Now see 30.4, 34.28, 51.3, 51.42, 51.39, 51.43, 34.26, 30. So they are very close. Now we can stop. So we think 4-5 iterations it must be completed. So now we'll find the final the rotation contributions at different ends. 34.28 here. So these values are to be considered for the final moment calculation. Now we come to final moment calculations. It will come for AB. In the AB there is no fixed end moment. There is no near end moment because fixed end. And far end is 34.28. So for this is the far end. For this is the far end. Or this is the far end. Or this is the far end. Or this is the far end. So likely you have to calculate the near end far end. You just see look the member. Member is AB. For here A, B is the far end. For B, here A is far end. While coming to this member, for this is the far end, and itself B is the near end. So accordingly, you have to calculate the values. So now BC is written minus 120, 2 times 51.42 is the near end, and 51.43 far end. You see, 51.42 is the near end, minus 51.43 is the far end. So you write this value simple like that. Well, for CD, it is 2 times near end is minus 51.43 and far end is 51.43. And CD near end is minus 34.28, far end 0. Because for these, no moment will rotation is coming from here. There is no value here. Similarly, for this, near end 0, far end will be minus 34. Write this value, calculate the final moment. Now, in a AB, the moment is clockwise means positive. In a BA, clockwise means it is clockwise, so the bending moment will be negative. You can see clockwise movement is positive. Here the clockwise movement means negative. And here it comes minus 68, so anti-clockwise is negative. Here comes plus 68, so clockwise means is negative. Here minus anti-clockwise, so it is negative. And this is anti-clockwise here means positive. So you draw the diagram. And with this, you superimpose this uh, bending moment that we have due to the applied WL square by 8. Okay. So I think I understood this because we have already discussed. Let me again, if you are interested, let me again show these things. What is this? Here the moment is clockwise. Here also the moment is clockwise. Here the moment is anti-clockwise. Here the moment is clockwise. Here the moment is anti-clockwise. Here the also moment is anti-clockwise. While doing the bending moment, you are going this is left, right, this is left, this is right, or this is the left. So from the left, clockwise movement is positive. From right, anti-clockwise is positive for bending moment. Because it is clockwise, it will be negative. Now here the anti-clockwise means negative. Here clockwise means negative. So both will come in the same side. And here is anti-clockwise means negative. Here anti-clockwise is positive because it is the right hand. From right side anti-clockwise is positive. And like this, you draw the diagram. And once you draw the diagram, you superimpose the applied. So this ordinate will be WL square by 8 from around 180 km. And if you want the equilibrium of all the members, you can draw the equilibrium and you can find the horizontal reactions as we have done earlier. You can take that as a home task and do that to find out the equilibrium of the section. Let us come to this problem. Analyze the frame by axis of symmetry passing through center of the beams. So there is a method that if there is symmetry, axis symmetry is available, then you can take half of the section. And now you see this problem. This problem can be solved by the axis of symmetry. Should not entire problem. It is symmetrical about. It is symmetrical about this. So you will see it is symmetry. So I can take half of the section and put the symmetry passes through the axis. Okay. So that can take an advantage. You can take advantage of this and can calculate this value. Let us see this problem how it can be solved by this way. So analyze the frame of previous problem that we have seen earlier. By axis of symmetry passes to the center of the beam. To center of the beam, it is passing through the axis. It passes to center of beam. That if it is symmetrical on the both sides, then you can calculate like this way. But you can take this stiffness K of the member BC dash, because it was earlier BC, it was like this. Okay. It was like this. So we have taken, it was like this. We have taken half of this. Okay. So now here only thing, the stiffness of the member BC dash, it was C, it is now giving C dash, it was D. So now at C dash, the stiffness will be equal to half of I by L. Whatever stiffness earlier you have calculated for BC, half will be considered. Either you take relative stiffness, you take the member stiffness. If you take member stiffness 4EI by L, half of that will be considered. So 3I was the momentum energy of the section, L is the span, so I by L is the relative stiffness. Now half of this value considered for the span BC dash. And this will remain same as I by L. Now once you find this relative stiffness, what is the rotation factor for joint B? There is only one joint. Because C dash is fixed and the A is fixed, so there is only one joint. So for this one joint, what will this now? This rotation factor will be minus half, and here it is 0.33i. Here is 0.25i. You can calculate the value. So it becomes 0.25, 0.25, and 0.2 minus 0.2 into minus 0.2. So it becomes simple. You are going to calculate the many calculations are involved the cycles for B, C, and there will be 4 members because you have BA, then BC, then CB, then CD. Now it will come down to only 2. Now it is minus 120 and here it is minus 120. So totally minus 120. If it is minus 120, it is 0.28. So how to calculate the rotational contribution? The rotation contribution is comes out to be because this end is also fixed. So you will not get anything from this end. So the rotation contribution will be the fixed end moment. Okay. That is minus 120. Okay. Then multiply with 0.28. We multiply with minus 0.28 into in the bracket 120, not rated sir. Directly it is being done. You can, if you want to do this, you can write down here that whatever the rotation, this how this value comes. This value is equal to your minus 0.28, the rotation factor multiply with the fixed end moment are joined minus 120. Then the rotation contributions of far end both will be 0 and 0. So from this end will be 0, it is fixed. From this end it is fixed to 0. So this value comes out to be. And now it will multiply with the 0.22. Instead of 28, it will take it is 22. Then this value will come here. That is 26. Now these are controlled. There is no further cycles to be done because we are not going. So in one cycle you solve the problem. So see the calculation required for this is much less than the earlier problem we have done. So you can take the advantage of symmetry and make the things. Now once you do this, then what is your value of final moments? So MAB. So the MAB it is 0 fixed end moment, 0 for near end contribution, and for far end become 33.6. So the value becomes 33.6. For MBA, it is fixed end moment is 0. Fixed end moment is minus 1. What was the fixed end moment? There is no load is being shown. So fixed end moment was BA. BA there is no fixed end moment. For BC there is minus 120 the fixed moment. So for BA it is 0. So 2 times the near end contribution 33.6. So that comes out 67.2. For MBC it is minus 120. Is the EC. This is the minus 120 is the fixed end moment. So 2 times the near end contribution is 26.4 and far end there is no value. So now whatever value you get from this now for A and B, okay, and BC, that will be just the opposite on the here. So if it is minus 67, it will be plus 67. If it is plus 67, it will be minus 67. If it is 33.6, it will be minus 33.6. So this way you can write the value. You see what value you have got here. Final value you have got here. You have gone 34.28, 68.56. Okay, 34.28. It is coming 33.6. 64.20. So hardly it varies less, but it will give you the very quick solution. So you showed the variation not much. Here it is minus 67.2. What we obtained the previous problem, it was obtained minus 60.59. Minus 60.59 now 67.4. What the difference? Hardly 1 km is different. But you see the computing time. The computing time in exam will be very less. So you can take the axis symmetry and you can draw the things. So similar bending moment diagram can be obtained for this also. as you have done for earlier. So if you want to draw the bending moment diagram, you can draw also the bending moment diagram here. Now it is here plus means clockwise, come here like this way. Clockwise means positive. Here clockwise means negative, to come like this way, minus 67.2. I am drawing the bending. Now this is the diagram for this. So this will be plus, this is minus. Here minus 67.2. Here also 61.2. So both are, it is negative, so they will be like this way. Here minus 67.2, it will be anti-clockwise, so it will be also 0. So it will be like minus 37. Plus, minus. Here this as a UDL, so we can put the UDL here. Ordinate, what the value, what the ordinate is coming, put here. So the center it will come the value. 120 or something like that. So now we can write the ordinates. It is only 67.2, 7.2, 67.2, 33.6, 33.6. So this will give the bending moment diagram. You can draw easily like you have drawn the previous problem. So you should know the sign conventions properly. So because clockwise here means one moment clockwise means it is clockwise positive, anti-clockwise negative. You can know clockwise, anti-clockwise. Once you know clockwise, anti-clockwise, you go from left. Left clockwise bending moment is positive. Right anti-clockwise moment is bending moment is positive. So accordingly, you can draw the diagram. So these are the tension phase. You can take plus values inner side and accordingly. So these are all for this axis of symmetry. So you can take the advantage of axis of symmetry for the problems to be done. So let us also see some problems of some other problems. We can also see. We can take the axis of symmetry. Here also, you can see this problem. Now, where the axis of symmetry passes? In this problem, the axis of symmetry passes to the columns. In the earlier case, it was passing to the beams. So there are two axes of symmetry. Either the axis of symmetry passes to the columns, or the axis of symmetry passes to the beam. Now here it passes to the column. Now let us see the axis passes through columns. So you see the load is given 3I, 3I, II, and this is symmetrical. If it is the non-sway problems, non-sway problem with axis of symmetry. If it is a sway problem, you cannot apply this. For non-sway problem with axis symmetry, either passes to the beams or axis of symmetry passes to the and it passes through the columns. You see, all are symmetry I, 3I, 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 3I. Height is same 3 meter, 3 meter. Loading is on the also. It may be 120 to 140, it does not matter because from this axis, if you find this side, same. Now here, one thing, the symmetry passes to the column. Then how? So now here, this frame is now will be considered for analysis. Take from here, then it is fixed here, and you can. Here you can find out the MF. What is the A, B, C, C dash, E dash. MFCD is minus C360. CD was WL square by 12. 120 and the span 6 meter. 120 WL square by 12. That is C dash. And D or MCD, MBE. So this is D, it's not C basically. D. So now, this is considered D. So now MFCD and then MFBE. MFBE again double plus minus WL square 12, that will come 360 kilonewton meter. So both are minus 360. So here the sign convention we have made a mistake. Minus WL square by 12. So it is minus. MFB This is C, and this is D. This is D. This is E. So these ends were made fixed. Now we are calculating the moments for this. Only MFCD and MFD. This joint and at this. So this value is also minus 360. The sign convention signing this minus 360. And once you do this, then calculate the rotation factor. So you have to calculate the rotation factor for this member BA, BE, BC, CB, CD. And B you have three joints. 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2. So we put the value. BA, BE, BC. So now all are I by L. Only the center beams are 3I. So put 3I by L. So there is no hinge or there is no roller support. So then calculate the sigma K and then calculate this value of rotation factor. Rotation factor comes out to be minus 1 by 7, minus 3 by 14, minus 1 by 7. And I have already told if you add all these rotation contribution factors at a joint, this must come as minus half. It is not coming minus half. It's taking calculation. So please take that, or that is a question to be asked, that the maximum rotation contribution or the addition of all rotation factors at a joint must be equal to minus half. Like the distribution factors at a joint shall be 1. Now, once you find this, then we will go for the contribution of these things. There are 2 tables being done, so you can either choose one. Let us discuss this problem. So that it will be minus 63.53, then minus 63. Now this is the rotation contributions to be calculated for the each joint. Once you find these values, then we can do this. Now see, increase to some extent this so that you can. So I think now it is visible. Now here you see you can start from any cycle. You can start from B, or you can start from B. You can come from here. Now, as we have already explained how to calculate the rotation contributions, you can start from that. You see in here, you have to multiply minus 1 by 7, minus 1 by 7 into 360, minus, it is minus 360 into the minus 1 by 7 into 3 by 360, and then the contributions will come from either side. Okay, the far end, the near end contributions calculated, and for the far end for is E and far end is C. You come here, the far end is D and far end is B. So it has started the calculation from joint C. Okay. How will know? Now it started joint C. You see at joint C now, you calculate the value. At joint C, how the value first is come plus 72 and plus 190. That is. So the calculation has started from joint C. So what is the value? Minus 1 by 5 is the rotation contribution. We have not, here the detailed calculation is not done, values are written. You can do the calculation for yourself. That is a task for you. So this is minus 360. Then contribution from this end is 0 from EB, and initially also 0 from. So now what will the value? 360 by 5, it is 72 plus. And here it is 3 by 10. So if you do 1 by 5, you will make here 3 by 10. What does 3 by 10 into 360? 3060 into 3, it comes plus 108. Are you getting my point? It will come to here. What the value now? Here it is minus 1 by 7. So we can go minus 1 by 7 into the value is minus 360. And what is the contribution from this far end? For this end 0, from this end 0, from this end will be plus 72. So 360 plus 72 minus plus, it will be 367 means it's 300. Then we will have to subtract 12. So minus 288. Minus 288 into 7. So what the value? 7 means 4. 28. Then 1. 41. So 41.14 comes here. This value. The first value. Plus 41.4. Similarly, here we will get plus 41.4. And here 3 by 14. So it will be again multiply 1.5 times of this value will come. So this comes 1.7. I think now you got my point. When you come to second cycle here, so you have understood this. Now I want to come to second cycle here. The second cycle will be minus 1 by minus 360. Then contribution from here 0. From this side contribution will be plus 41. So now what will be written here? In the second cycle, we can retain this value is plus 41.14. Now you see the value will be reduced. Sorry, 41.14. So if we subtract 360, 41, it will come around 318.82. So 300.82 by 5, it becomes 63.77. Similarly, if you multiply with 3 by 10, find this value. Now come to second cycle here, what will the value? It will be minus 1 by 7 and then minus 360. Then the far end contribution, right? The far end contribution will come second cycle plus 63.77. So plus 63.77. So the value will be slightly increased now. Earlier it was 72. Now it will increase. You see it increase 43. And here also 43.32 because minus 1 by 7. Here minus 3 by 4, so it will be multiplied by 1.5. So this is how you go on calculating, and you merge where now when the values are come very close to each other, 63.5 to 63.53, 42.35, 42.35. So now it has merged. So you can stop. Once you stop here, then you can calculate it, the moments. But the moment at now, but the moment will be at CD. Moment at CD will be the fixed end moment minus 360. 2 times far end moments, so 95.3 plus 9.53. 2 times it is added. Then 0 from this end, so 0 is added. So it comes out this value. I think now you are clear. So like the here in the tabula, he has shown in this form. The final moments are shown in this figure. Now this is how it has been calculated. Okay, at the joint C, you'll find the fixed end moment is minus 360. Okay, then plus 2 times the near end moment 63.53 and far end moment is plus 42.35. You see here for this the far end moment is here 42.35. Similarly for this the far end is A, so 0, near end is 42.35. So 2 times 42.35 plus 0 minus 360 will give this value. Here minus 360 plus 4 and near end value is 63.52. So 60.53, that value is put and 0 from this end. And for this end, it is 63.53 the far end moment. Near end moment is equal to 0 plus 360. So this is the way you can find all the moments. Once you find the moments, you can write here the moments in the tabular form. The moments can be written out in the tabular form. Minus 169. 455, 423, and we have found all these values. Now, what is the value on this side? This is the just opposite to that. Here is minus 169, so at G it will be plus 169. The plus 445, it will be minus 445. Here it is plus 148, it will be minus 148. It is plus 423, minus 423. Plus 42, minus 42. This is how you can write the final moments. Then you can draw the bending moment as you like. Now, so let us see another problem of this frame. This problem will consider both sway and non-sway. So I think only sway part has non-sway part is being the not being considered. There is some height. So we'll leave this problem. If it had been here, we can do that. So this frame also we can analyze by Canis method, but I think there will be some sway here. So only he has taken the non-sway parts to solve the problem. Had it been at the center, it becomes a sway problem, non-sway problem. So it is not symmetrical. Not symmetrical, they will be non-sway. We will discuss the non-sway frames in the next class. Okay, not going to show you. Now, once you draw this, now you see this problem becomes easy to calculate rather than going for the number of cycles. So, once you find these values, you can now draw the bending moment diagram. So, if you draw the bending moment diagram, it will come like this way. It is plus 42.35. So, what will be the value? Let me show you the diagram. It is plus 42.35 means. So, this will be clockwise, and this will be also clockwise. So, this moment will act clockwise here. This moment will act clockwise here. This moment will act anti-clockwise here. Minus. And here it is again plus means will act clockwise here. And here it is also clockwise. Here it is anti-clockwise. Here it is anti-clockwise means like the anti-clockwise. Here it is clockwise. Here it is anti-clockwise. Here it will be clockwise. Here it is anti-clockwise. Here it is anti-clockwise. Also is anti-clockwise. All are anti-clockwise. Clockwise. Is anti-clockwise. Okay. Now, how to draw this diagram? If you want to draw the bending moment diagram, this is the clockwise means. So, clockwise means it is positive. So, positive bending moment means it will come here clockwise. Now, here is the here is clockwise, here means negative because bending moment becomes negative. This is the diagram. Here it is plus means clockwise, we can positive. Here it means it is negative. But for this, it is 232 like this. Like this way, and there will be a superimpose of this for the union. Right? And similarly, here it is minus means it is minus here, minus there. It is plus means again minus here. It will go like this. So if you have to superimpose, superimpose the bending moment diagram. Similarly, here minus means negative here. And here here it is minus means positive here. Again here it will come like this way. So write the value, you can get it right. There is no load here. Similarly here cannot find anything. So this becomes your Venn diagram for this plane. You see how we can draw this Venn diagram for this problem. And I think we have discussed regarding this non-sweep frame analysis mostly in this class. In the non-sweep frame, also either you can do the whole frame, or you can also do these problems by axis of symmetry. Either the axis of symmetry passes through the beam, or the axis of symmetry passes through the. So now from the two problems, you see how the symmetry is being considered and how the moments are calculated. When it passes through beams, it becomes more easy. You have seen calculation becomes physical efforts will be less, and you can able to find the values very easily. So this is it is better if you can able to solve the problems by axis of symmetry, then try with the axis of symmetry. And in case of beams, the stiffness will be half of the stiffness of the entire beam. But in case column, because you are taking the full span remains same, and you will find out. And we have also seen that the moments that we are getting by this actual method of analysis and by this axis of symmetry, there is not lot of variations. Not lot of variations in the calculation, final calculation. The final calculation moments not that low. So with this, I think we'll of this class for this Candice method applied to the non-sweep frames. The next class we'll see how this Candice method is applied to frames with sweep. As you know, sweep problems will be more lengthier than the non-sweep problems. If you are interested from the exam point of view, then you should calculate sweep frames. You should attend at last, not the initial, because some mistake there will be problem in the analysis. And there will be some type of questions will come. As I told, this maybe objective type questions may come. This paper. And like we are discussing rotation factors. Rotation factors, how to calculate rotation factors. Factor contributions, how to calculate this final moments. Final moments how is calculated. How the rotation contribution at the joint is calculated. And always I have told, I have told many times that this summation of this rotation rotation factor is always the joint will be equal to minus 0.5. So that is should. So thank you for attending this class, and have a great day.